Alright guys, it is time to install my sway bar and my brand new sway bar bushings. These are 30mm bushings on my truck. They vary. There's like some 31s, I think some other larger ones. So there's quite a few sizes. You definitely want to check which millimeter size your sway bar bushings need to be. But mine are 30, and I also painted the sway bar bushing brackets with my Steal It spray paint. So that looks, I sanded them down and they look really nice. And let me show you how I have the sway bar hanging right now.
With a jack stand and a rag.
That's right, so it is being supported with a jack stand.
And a rag.
And then we have the ends of the sway bar on top of the new end links. So you can see it right there. We do not have them tightened down yet or torqued to spec yet. So this is just kind of hanging out here. I wanted to get this all mocked up before we tighten everything down. You can see I labeled my sway bar whenever I took it off right and left, just so I wouldn't install it incorrectly. So this is where the bracket goes with the bushings. So these new bushings do require a little bit of grease. So this one comes with some, it's called Protein Super Grease. So we're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of grease inside this bushing, and then this bushing opens up like that, where we can just slip this on the sway bar, and then we'll use our fresh brackets and then bolt them down.
And we do not need to use these.
Okay. Gotta stretch this over. There we go. Got it.
You already did.
Yeah, I did it, man. Look at that. That's easy.
Daddy, I was holding it down.
I know. All right, so here, step over this way. All right, so there is there it is. Now we're just gonna adjust the sway bar to where we can bolt up the brackets. All right, so we have the sway bar loosely bolted down here. Now I'm going to go ahead and bolt down the top of the end link to the sway bar. Again, here is the bushing. So I'm just going to slide that over, and then with the lock washer on top. Okay guys, and then on this sway bar end link right here, I just have mine, you know, just barely threaded on there right now, but these get torqued down to 27 foot-pounds. All right, I have these torqued down to 27 foot-pounds. You want to do these before you do the brackets, by the way. And then once you have the end links torqued down, you want to torque down each bracket, each one of these bolts, down to 45 foot-pounds. All right guys, once you have the sway bar on, then you can come up in here and we can torque down our upper control arm bolts and our lower control arm bolts. Now, you don't want to tighten these down or torque them to spec until the truck is on its wheels and tires on the ground. So it needs to be at its resting height, and these bolts get torqued down to 125 foot-pounds. And then down here on the lower control arm, these bolts, there are 2 of them for each lower control arm, these get torqued down to 210 foot-pounds. So I have my 3/4 inch torque wrench. I'm going to get that out and torque all this down. But once you have all that torqued down, you are good to go with your front suspension rebuild on a 4x2 Dodge Ram 2500. Also, you definitely need to take this to get in alignment. After I have these torqued down, I am going to kind of bed in my new brake pads and rotors, but after I have that done, I am going to take this thing straight to the alignment shop and get this aligned. So anyways, I really hope this helped you guys out in any way. If it did, please give me a big thumbs up and stay tuned for more. Thank you guys.